Okay, we have this GFI that's the box is all rusty here and coming apart. And the buttons, it's older. Oh, this all got rusty. And the Phillips screw down here. This screw isn't going to budge. See if we can get the top one off here. Fortunately, we can get the top one off. And it is all rusted into place here. And surprisingly, the top screw didn't get all rusted. So we have our wire nuts in here. And a wire. A couple wires came right off here. The caps of the wires that aren't being used. So we'll unscrew our box from the plate. See, that's all rusted up. See how badly this is all rusted in here? So hopefully we'll break the box off around the screw there. There we go. You can see how badly that's all rusted inside there. So you gotta find out where this is screwed onto the wall. Might just have to break it off. I wonder if there's power on any of these wires. Looks like it's just nailed in with nails. Yep, it's just held in with a nail. There we go, we got it off. So we got our new box here. Okay, so we'll put our wire mold onto it. This one on up here. Okay, it went on nice and easily. And we'll screw it in. Try to get a couple more. So I want to make sure it's all nice and solid here. There, we got it all nice and solid here. Alrighty, so now we can start redoing our connections. So this was our ground. So we'll take this off here. Oh, you can see how bad that is inside the wire nut there. And we'll cut some 14-2 and get our pigtail connections here. So this is our green, which is the ground. Where our ground wire is. So we'll get our ground wires together here. And this would be our tail to go to our device. So we'll get all our wires even on the end here like this. And we'll stick our wire nut and we'll just turn it gently so we don't mess up the strands on the stranded wire. Want it to wire nut to grab all of them and start going down on all of them. So there's our ground wire. This is going to be the black one that goes on our GFI. So we'll just cut that off and we'll strip a new end for this. And this is our white, which is our neutral. So we'll look at the connection we have in here, see if it's all corroded or if it's still okay. It's all corroded there, so we'll take that off. So I'll cut this back a little bit so we get clean wire here. And I'll clip this off. And I'll strip it about the same length. Oh, that came out pretty good. And we'll strip our tail wire. Make sure they're all the same length. That was a little long, so I'll cut a little off. Okay, now they're the same length. So we'll get our wires, get our insulation all even at the bottom and our copper even at the top here, like this. Grab my wire nut. I'll just start turning it gently without pushing down on it so that the spring grabs all the strands without mangling them up. Make sure it's nice and tight, and there's our neutral. And this is our so here in the country I was born in, black is live, white is neutral, and this bare wire, the green, is the ground. Now this is the switched wire that goes up to our light, so I'm just going to look and make sure it's not all corroded, and it's corroded, so I'll just take this off and strip this back a little bit. Make sure they're the same length here. Now here in the country I was born in, we use wire nuts most generally to make our connections. That one goes to our GFI. And these two just go together here. So we'll just get them lined up evenly like that. Get our wire nut. We'll just start twisting it, I see the insulation going up into the bottom. Make sure it's nice and tight. Okay, so now we're ready to put our box on here and put our new GFI receptacle in here. It's nice to give you extra screws. So now we have to open up two of these tabbies here for our wire mold. Open this one. And we'll open our top one. I love Cal Coke. One, two. I'm going to just make sure I'm in my track on both sides here. So this is the Eaton brand GFI. It's a very high quality. So on the back we'll see load and line. We hook up to the lines. We're going to close our load screws so our wires don't move around and touch things we don't want it to touch. And we'll start with our ground wire. We'll put it under our pressure plate here. Make sure it goes up through all the way under that pressure plate. Make sure it's nice and tight. And we will strip our white wire. And we'll put where it says line. And we'll just make sure it's not too long. It's a perfect length. So we'll stick it under here like that. Tight. Make sure our insulation's not caught under the pressure plate, and our copper comes up to the end like that. And we'll flip it around this way, and we'll get our black wire. I'm going to twist our strands together here. Get our strands under our pressure plate like that. Make sure our copper is coming up to the top. Make sure it's nice and tight. Now we can fold all our wires into the box. Our wires folded so they don't get forced against anything. And we'll just stick our wires in like this. We'll just keep this ground wire down away from everything here. finish that by hand so I don't strip my screws out. One, two, and we'll just stick our cover back on. We have to get another screw for here, but I don't have one, and I'll just put that on off camera when we get one. Alrighty, so that is how to replace a GFI receptacle here in the country I was born in. I'm maintaining a luxury apartment complex. The landlord has a very nice reputation around town. I enjoy helping him out. He takes very good care of his buildings and takes good care of his tenants. Peace. Thanks for watching.